The marble floors of Sterling Bank gleamed beneath the morning light. A quiet hush filled the air, broken only by the shuffle of papers and the low murmur of customers waiting in line. It was an ordinary Thursday in downtown Seattle. Washington, at least it looked that way. But in the next few minutes, the entire lobby would witness something they would never forget. Do you really think someone like you has $1 million sitting in an account here? Prove it or get out. The words cracked across the lobby like thunder. Margaret Collins, the 51-year-old branch manager, had raised her voice loud enough for everyone to hear. Heads turned. Conversations died mid-sentence. A man in simple clothes, plain jeans, a navy t-shirt, and sneakers stood silently at the counter, holding his ID and bank card in one hand. He didn't argue. His shoulders didn't stiffen. He didn't even frown. But something in his eyes changed. That man was Jonathan Reed, age 47. Ordinary at first glance. But Jonathan wasn't ordinary. He was the billionaire founder and CEO of Sterling Financial Group, the very company that owned this bank. His net worth was over $18 billion. And yet, here he was, being dismissed like a criminal in his own institution. But no one in the room knew it yet. Jonathan's voice was steady. "I'd like to make a withdrawal. A wire transfer. $1 million. At the counter, Brian Walker, a 34-year-old teller with a smug grin, leaned closer to his microphone so that the entire line could hear. $1 million? Sir, this isn't a game. We've had scammers try this before. Why don't you save us the trouble and walk out?" A ripple of chuckles came from the back of the line. Jonathan didn't react. "My account should verify instantly. You have my ID, you have my card." Margaret crossed her arms tightly. "You expect me to believe you dressed like that? Sir, if you really had that kind of money, you wouldn't be standing here in sneakers." Her words echoed through the lobby, each syllable dripping with contempt. From behind the counter, another teller, Emily Carter, 29, sharp-tongued and arrogant, snatched Jonathan's card, slid it into her drawer, and locked it. "This looks stolen. Probably fake. You need to leave before I call security." The crowd stirred. A woman whispered, "Did she just accuse him of theft?" Phones lifted. Olivia Bennett, a 31-year-old British marketing consultant who had moved to Seattle, pressed record on her phone. "This is racism at Sterling Bank," she said firmly, her voice carrying across the lobby. "And the internet needs to see it." Next to her, Ethan Clark, a 35-year-old Canadian journalist, pulled out his camera as well. "Get his name. We're documenting this." But among the employees, one face looked conflicted. Sophie Mitchell, a 26-year-old junior teller, had worked at this branch for 2 years. She had seen Margaret humiliate people before, but this time something felt different. Something felt deeply wrong. "He has the right to make a withdrawal," Sophie said softly. Margaret's head snapped toward her. "Stay out of this, Sophie. You're not paid to question my judgment." But Sophie's voice grew stronger. "I am paid to follow protocol, and locking a customer's card without reason violates everything we stand for." Emily laughed coldly. "Oh, please. You don't know who this man is. He's a scammer, end of story." Jonathan finally spoke again, his voice calm but heavy with weight. "You're not ruining me. You're ruining yourselves. You're ruining Sterling." The lobby quieted. And then Jonathan's memory flashed. He was 25, standing at a bank counter in Texas, asking to withdraw $50,000, money he had worked years to save. Dressed in jeans and boots, he was laughed out of the branch. "Come back with a lawyer," they told him. They didn't see a young entrepreneur. They saw only a young black man who didn't belong. That day had burned into his soul. It became the reason he built Sterling Bank. A bank that would treat everyone with respect. But now, decades later, in his own branch, history was repeating itself. Back in Seattle, Margaret pressed a silent alarm under her desk. "Possible fraud," she muttered. Brian smirked. "Final warning, sir. Leave now or law enforcement will escort you out." Jonathan didn't flinch. Instead, he pulled out his phone. His assistant's voice came through the earpiece. "Sir, the system is ready." "Say the word." Jonathan's reply was quiet. "Not yet." Sophie stood her ground. "You can't treat him like this. It's illegal. It's wrong." Emily shoved the drawer shut. "Save your breath. He's nobody." But Ethan caught the moment on film. "You're seeing this live. he told his camera. Employees mocking a man locking his card, refusing service without proof. The crowd grew restless. A man shouted from the back, "Is this how you treat everyone who doesn't wear a..."